Hello there, and welcome to another exciting video with That's Not So Serious with Jen Efer. Today we're going to be talking about my home city, Toronto, Ontario, Canada. Toronto is the capital city of Ontario, not Ottawa. Ottawa is our capital of Canada, which is also located in Ontario. We are a major city along Lake Ontario, northwestern shore. We are the most populated city in Canada, also the most multicultural. In March of 1837, that's when the city of York was established to the city of Toronto. Before January 1st, 1998, Toronto was divided up into different little cities within. Each city had its own school board, so basically it was little cities within a big city. After that, Toronto actually amalgamated into one large city, which means that those small little cities became one large city. But we still refer to those smaller cities that were in Toronto by their names, but they're now actually a part of Toronto. I hope I haven't lost anybody. They are East York, North York, Etobicoke, Old Toronto, Scarborough, and York. Sorry, I just had to double check that because there's a lot of areas. So around the Toronto area, we call it the GTA, which is not actually in the city of Toronto. So we could say GTA actually stands for Greater Toronto Area. So they are divided up into Durham, Halton, Peel, York region. And within those areas, there are other cities within those cities. So areas like, say, Durham, they have their own boards. So school boards, transportation. But when you get into cities, say you're going into Durham, and then the smaller cities within Durham, they will have their own transportation, so subways, that type of thing. Now back to Toronto. Toronto has their subway system, which is known as the TTC, the Toronto Transit System. So I'm just showing you guys an actual map of our subway system. From the subway system, it is very easy to get to other transit, like the GO, which is, so the GO is actually a whole different system in itself. It can take you basically anywhere in Ontario, depending, within reason. Yes, in Canada, our national languages are English and French, but primarily in Toronto, we speak English. So fortunately, my French doesn't go anywhere past grade 10. Toronto is actually a pretty low crime rated city. We do have our issues and stuff, but it's not nearly as bad as a lot of other places. So for our sports teams, our baseball team is the Toronto Blue Jays. Our hockey is the Toronto Maple Leafs, and our basketball team is the Toronto Raptors that actually won last year. They were the winner people, guys. The championships, yes. I'll be honest, I really don't follow basketball, but I always root for the teams. I'm not much of a hockey fan, but I mean, if it's on, I'll watch it, and primarily the Leafs, but I do like baseball. I'm a Toronto Blue Jays girl, all the way. So some places that you can go and sightsee, there's the CN Tower, which is the largest freestanding structural building in the world, freestanding structural building in the building in the world. The Distillery District is also a great place to go. They have cafes, they have bars, they have a lot of old Victorian places you can see. They have amazing restaurants. If you like art, you could go to the Art Gallery of Ontario in Toronto. You could visit Casaloma. We also have the Hockey Hall of Fame. There are so many things to do in Toronto. I could honestly sit here all day and just talk about the amazing things. I've lived here basically all my life and I haven't seen everything, and I've been around a lot. That doesn't sound right at all. One of my favorite places to visit actually is the Yonge and Wellesley area, which is the Toronto Gay Village area. It has a bunch of bars, there's a community center, there's a bunch of things down there you can do. I enjoy going to High Park, which is considered in the west end of the city. There's a bunch of things to do there. There's gardens you can walk through. There's a huge petting zoo. Oh my God, you could spend all day there. You could go there and spend a couple days there. It's huge. Another one of my favorite places to go in Toronto is right downtown, right near the Eaton Centre. Everything is local, which is actually just up the street from the village. There's shopping, there's stores, there's restaurants, there's everything right at your fingertip. So basically, once you are in downtown Toronto, it's so easy to get everywhere. My suggestion is, if you haven't been here, or even if you live around here, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Driving is a headache. So I would take transit down. It's much easier. I would personally get a day pass for the subway. That way you can just go in and out, on and off. It's really easy. So right down in that area, you will see Ryerson University, which takes up basically all of the downtown core, but it's so spread out. Oh, I forgot to tell you, our current mayor is John Tory. So we have 4 seasons here: spring, summer, fall, and winter. All beautiful in their own ways. It's always so much to do. The cities have things going on. That's when I like going to High Park, especially in the spring when the cherry blossoms are coming out on the trees, or in the fall, just going anywhere, especially with a lot of trees. It's so pretty. The foliage is so pretty. And in the wintertime with the snow, it's nice and glistening, especially when the snow just falls and drops on the ground. It's like, ooh. And then the summer, it's fun. There's lots to do, except for it's hot and gross. And then you're like, where's the AC? So summer's too hot, winter's too cold. You just can't win. Like I said, there's a lot of things to do here. I will actually link sites down below where you can go and check it out. If you want to visit Toronto, or you just want to learn a little bit more about Toronto, or you live in Toronto and there's things here you might have never seen or didn't know about. So I will see you guys on a next episode. See you soon. Bye. Oh my God, I'm too serious in that video. I'm so serious. Why am I so serious? I don't get it. Saying Toronto. Some people call it Toronto. No, it's Toronto. In those summer times, too hot. In the winter time, it's too cold. Where's the heat? just can't win. Just never satisfied. Never. Okay, I'm gonna stop now.